Welcome back to Kaidu Rider, where I am putting my RS Taichi Gloves back on. And nothing on this channel is sponsored as always, because at the filming of this, I still don't even have 2,000 subscribers. Who would pay for that? I guess on the topic of the gloves, I don't know if you want a review of these. They are the best non-mesh, non-waterproof gloves I have ever owned. But today, if you can see, I'm wearing my Rev'it Horizon, and I never gave you a long-term review. So it's getting close to a year since I bought it, and it is over 10,000 kilometers. I have a script with all these notes, but I'm just gonna go off the fly with new scenery. I'm on a road trip today to a place I've never been. Let's get into it. This jacket, I can definitely complain about it, and I will. But I can also say, for the money, for what it is, I can say some really good things about it. It's a AA rated jacket, and that's a good and a bad. The bad is, I recently got some AAA rated jeans, and I've become paranoid, partly because I became a father, but AA is still extremely safe. I still wear my airbag vest with everything, but the AA of this jacket, what I'm gonna say is a little hearsay, a little anecdotal, a little how else did they make it so affordable for all it offers. If you look at the Climb Induction Jacket, which is also AA, and the Climb Induction Jacket Pro, which is also AA, besides just the armor upgrade, the materials and the sewing on the Pro version are significantly better. And when you do a rating for CE, you get a pass or fail. So Climb got a pass for level 2, and that could mean that the standard induction is exactly 70 kilometers an hour and no more. While the Pro, all hearsay, don't take this seriously, but the Induction Pro manages to get about 110 kilometers an hour, which is just shy of AAA. But just shy of AAA means not AAA. That's 40 kilometers better than the AA minimum. I say that because the way this jacket is made and the thinness of the material, it's possible that it's just such advanced technology that Rev'it has, or it's equally possible that the parts that are tested are barely AA, and the rest of the jacket feels weaker than my raincoat. And not a special raincoat, just a raincoat. Again, I can't prove anything, but I do wear this jacket with the mentality that it is just ever so slightly AA rated. But the armor is CE level 2. I have the Rev'it back and the level 2 that came with it. So that's a good point to go into the armor since I'm whinging about safety. The back pad is fine. It does feel like pieces of foam glued together, and I'm pretty sure it is. It's breathable enough, but I wouldn't wear it in my mesh jacket. What came with it in the elbows and shoulders, super breathable because look at it. And it's comfortable in the shoulders because my shoulders pretty much stay in a constant position. In the elbows, it's comfortable enough. If I had a super fitted jacket, I would find that they're a bit stiff on the pointy bits. It's not the world's most comfortable armor, but I can go for 12-hour days. This is hour 4 of what's going to be a 15-hour riding day, but I have no qualms about wearing it. I have no doubt about the safety of the armor. I haven't tested it. I have not crash tested this, and if I do, there will be a part 3 of this jacket review. Hopefully there's no video popping up in the corner. Now, going past the safety, what about the actual features of the jacket? All the snaps on the jacket are plastic, and they do feel like they'll break off in no time, but they haven't yet. For now, they have been very good. And plastic can be better if you're using it in something like winter, and it's easier to quick on, quick off if you have to on the fly on the road. For example, the collar has a plastic snap and a back snap. The collar snap is adjustable, which I have actually found is very useful. Right now I have it very loose because it's cool out, but not cold. 3 days ago it was still 30 degrees Celsius in Tokyo, and now I'm just outside Tokyo, and even in Tokyo mornings it's below 20 because seasons in Japan change over the course of like a week. But as far as the air vents, that's a big downfall of this jacket, where the previous jacket's easily better. The air vents will open, but when you snap the opening back on the chest, you have like 10% of the vent actually open. Now, for just getting some ventilation, it's good because you have an opening, but as far as a direct air blowing through, it's pretty disappointing. The exhaust vents on the rear, they open. I barely notice a difference to the point where I have forgotten that they were open, and it was like 5 degrees Celsius outside, and I wasn't any colder for it. That's a bit of a disappointment. As far as the cuffs go and the adjustments in the arm and the bicep and the forearm and in the sleeves, they're really good. They get you right there. The adjustment around the waist I find really good. I can have it fitted in the summer and loosen it up to put in the inner liner. I can do the cinch on the bottoms to make sure rain doesn't sneak up in. I've been pretty happy with that. When it is raining, I have a pair of Gore-Tex pants I just throw over my riding jeans, so I don't have the actual pants that come with this. I nearly got the pants, and then I decided I'll get some AAA jeans for less money, granted not laminated, and I will just continue wearing rain pants when I need to. In the heat, it depends where you live. So in Tokyo, if I wore this with the vents open, it would be about 25 Celsius before I think I might die. Because Tokyo is an incredibly humid place. And if it says it's 25 out, on the highway with the pavement and all the cars going, it's probably 30. If you live in a really humid climate that gets above 25 for most of the year, this is a winter jacket at best. As far as cold, I try not to ride in freezing temperatures, but I can ride without the liner all the way down to maybe 10 or 15 degrees Celsius, but I enjoy the cold. As far as how cold with the liner, I'll also wear a merino wool long sleeve underneath it, but I can ride down to below freezing, so below 0 in Celsius, 30 and below in Fahrenheit. I don't recommend that because you don't know what is black ice and just regular when it's that cold outside, but sometimes it can't be helped. It is a great winter jacket for sure. Keep the vents closed. As far as the waterproofing goes, I've never gotten wet, and I've ridden in typhoons, real serious downpours where even with the traction control all the way up in the low power mode on my Tracer, and that was even Michelin Road 6 tires, I felt like I probably shouldn't be riding, but I was completely dry. I have the Rev'it Neck Gator that is made of the same waterproofing material, and I wear that with this in the winter, and that was also surprisingly dry, so no issues whatsoever about the waterproofing. I don't have a Gore-Tex motorcycle jacket, but I have a Gore-Tex bicycle jacket. The Gore-Tex bicycle jacket is just a regular pack light. That does breathe pretty well. This breathes good enough while riding. As far as climates, if you live in a drier climate, like I'm going to Nagano, which is much higher altitude, much drier than Tokyo, I can wear it at 32 degrees with the vents open. I'm still okay in this jacket. If I lived in a dry climate like Nagano, this would be my one and only jacket. I wouldn't even have a mesh jacket. But I don't, because employment opportunities are in Tokyo. That's another story for another time. What else can I complain about? The sleeves. The Velcro adjustment's great. You can really get it tight. I have some 5 gloves that I forget the name. They're Gore-Tex thick winter gloves that I can stick underneath these. You're seeing it in one of these Tracer videos right now. It will cinch down around them. They fit inside the jacket quite easily, and it cinches down. No wind, nothing gets in. And again, never once wet in this jacket. If I had a lot of money burning a hole in my pocket and didn't worry about AAA, I would definitely be buying the pants. I can say for sure I'd buy the pants, with the exception of, as hard as the armor is in the elbow, I have bad knees. So I'll have a review of these pants soon, but I would definitely get similar armor for that if I wore them. It is an adventure style jacket, but I wear it on sport bikes and it does fit quite snugly like a sport bike jacket without all the discomfort of walking around. The 2 biggest complaints I'm going to have about it is, first off, is the cuff. When you have it like this, the Dainese Tonali has a zipper too. So you set the cuff one time and then you just zip in, zip out, which would be unbelievably convenient, but the Tonali is only single A rated for the same price this is double A rated. So I didn't get the Dainese, I got this. And what was the other one?
The inner warm layer. It's very effective, but it's designed to be pulled out as a standalone jacket, which, it's not that fashionable. You're just going to advertise for Rev'it, and Rev'it's not paying me, so I don't want to do that. And also, if you look right here, I put these snaps in. Not this one, but all the other ones. So there's snaps inside the sleeve that are hard to see, and there's snaps up here on the collar to snap in the coat. Unsnapping it to take it out is actually extremely annoying, but it didn't have this snap here, and again over on this side. The reason I added those, and I added them to the warm liner as well, is because when I put on the coat, I don't want to zip the inside, zip the outside, and Velcro it all up. That's the point of having a laminated jacket, to have a one-piece jacket. But if you don't have it snapped here or you don't zip it, it can get tucked up in the back. So I have it snapped in all the spots, so it's one piece with the jacket. Yeah, I probably voided a warranty on the jacket. Don't really care. It fixes a very big, in my opinion, design flaw. Got enough neon to feel good about myself, but not so much neon that I'm my own parade.
My wife does not like neon, so for her sake, who cares? But they don't offer neon in the women's sizes, so if you're a woman who wants to get seen by the cars at night, I hope black stands out better than I think. Build quality, nothing's come off yet, but when I got it originally, a bunch of threads came out of the sleeves and around the zip. That was within the first week, and now nothing's happened. As far as break-in, the way it came out of the box is the way it fits right now. It fit very comfortable, very soft, almost concerningly soft, but it's exactly as comfortable as it was. Nothing's gotten softer, nothing's gotten harder. Unlike these riding jeans, they have, in just one day of riding, gotten much more comfortable. For the money, for a laminated jacket, this is really good. If I was to, again, think about what is the problem with a laminated jacket, say you get a rip right here, I don't think that affects safety much. Ride at your own risk. But if you got a slight rip there and you wanted to keep using the jacket, well, you've ripped a laminated jacket. And the way this jacket's made, you can't actually get to the membrane without taking the jacket apart. So it's not really repairable, and you are now wet. So now you're wearing a raincoat over your raincoat. Versus, say I got a CE level 3 mesh riding shirt and just put a raincoat over it. Well, a slight rip in the shirt doesn't ruin the raincoat, and a cheap raincoat is easier to replace. It is nice to have the one jacket that's always good to go, but if I make the same comparison, I can spend just over 40,000 yen. That is a AAA riding shirt that comes with, in my opinion, more comfortable armor, being level 2 D3O, and then, like this jacket, you supply your own back, so that's just a neutral, you pick the back you want. And then I could also get a raincoat, and then I get a fleece liner to wear over the commando, and you have the same level of weather protection as this, but you're AAA rated. Ideally, if you go down in a gentle crash, you haven't ruined the whole thing because of a hole in the waterproofing. That being said, it is super convenient to have this as a set it and forget it, like it's a one and done thing. You don't have to change layers all the time, but you can't unwaterproof a laminated jacket. I'm going to open my visor because I'm fogging up a little bit. But yeah, it's a very good winter jacket. It's a very good spring-fall jacket. It's a very good summer jacket if you live somewhere that would permit this kind of waterproofing year-round. But till next time, this has been Kairyu Rider.